eating live food on the internet, selling bathwater, or using your forehead as an advertising platform. Make yourself comfortable. Here are some people who earn fortunes without doing much of anything. You're a big foodie and you can't stop eating all day long. In fact, you'd love to get paid for it. I found what you need. Be careful. Prepare your stomach because it will do all the work. In South Korea, a trend called the Mukbang has appeared for some time and has become a real phenomenon on social networks. This practice consists in eating live on social networks in front of thousands of viewers, various dishes. In front of the webcam, you can film yourself and broadcast your performance, which is in itself a real show, since you will spend hours to deconstruct, analyze the dishes, and enjoy them. The purpose of this practice is to comfort people who eat alone, so they will feel like they have a companion at their table. It is a real job, and who says job says pay. You will be paid by virtual balloons, a kind of local bitcoins, which you can then convert into cash. The only problem is that you will have to stay at the stove for several hours before filming, which is not so funny for you who like eating more than cooking. But when you see the crazy money you can make with this, you'll get a taste for it very quickly. You love window shopping. You would have liked to do it more often with your friends, but unfortunately, all your friends work and are never free. It's true that shopping is a girl thing, otherwise it's not fun. I'm going to give you an incredible tip. Fortunately for you, there is a job of personal shopper. You can now hire a person whose job is to accompany you during your shopping sessions. She will help you choose, be there during the fitting, give you her opinion, and even hold the bags for you. And it's not forbidden to have a chat and laugh like with your girlfriends. Of course, it's not cheap since you'll have to add between 50 and 100 euros to your shopping budget for this trip. But since it's your favorite pastime, you'll be delighted. Are you a heavy sleeper? Do you love sleeping in and that's what's keeping you from getting a job and sticking to it? I've got just the thing for you. You'll have to do like Andy, a young Asian man who makes a living doing live streams on the Twitch broadcasting platform and getting paid for it. Recently, Andy had the ingenious idea to create a brand new concept, very original to say the least, that of filming himself sleeping and letting people watch him. The funniest part is that he asked people to wake him up in the cruelest way possible. The audience will then make noise, play disturbing music, ask him to do certain commands, and will even ask Alexa, the voice of Amazon Home Assistant, to read his messages aloud. Of course, Andy will play along, and if he does, it's for a good reason. Recently, he won the sum of $16,000 in an online video asking people to torture him while he sleeps. He, who is an Uber driver and earns only $16 an hour, earned 1,000 times more in 7 hours of sleep. You are green with envy, aren't you? So what are you waiting for? Create your Twitch account and get dressed in your pajamas. Trade your sneakers for a pair of sleepers and get to work. You finally found your dream job. You just moved to Tokyo. You don't know anyone. You are bored at home and you don't know what to do with your free time. Fortunately, Shoji Morimoto, a 37-year-old Japanese man, is there to support you. And yet, he is neither a doctor nor a psychologist, nor does he belong to any charity association. He just works as a handyman. Yes, it exists. This Japanese man is self-employed and rents his services for the modest sum of 80 euros per service. You are depressed. You need someone to listen to you. You have trouble keeping a secret. You need someone to keep a place for you in a soccer stadium. You are missing a player in your team or to catch butterflies in the park. The Japanese can do everything and nothing at the same time. However, you have to block the slot in advance since it already has thousands of followers. And since it can't be split in 4, pray hard that it is free for you today. There you go, no more excuses to stay at home. At least you have a friend, which is a good start. You are now surfing on your computer, opening and closing job boards. You are starting to lose hope when suddenly you come across an incredible ad. At first glance, you think it's a joke, but it's a strictly serious and personal ad according to its author. It is a young man of 25 years old, passionate and attracted by the world of tickling. Yes, we said tickling, who is looking for young women between 18 and 60 years old, very ticklish, who would accept to let their feet be tied up and tickled by him for hours. The man specifies, however, that his ad has no sexual objective and that only the tickling will be the taste of the session. He also requires that before the session, 2 interviews will be held and a test will be conducted to measure the sensitivity of your little feet, because there would be, according to him, some dishonest people who simulate. You find this absurd, a real masquerade, and you are even more desperate than before. But wait, before you close the window, look at the salary for this job. 100 to 150 euros per hour, depending on the selection criteria. I can already see you changing your mind and taking off your socks just to test your resistance. Good luck! You have just left your job in order to find a better one, but unfortunately, the job market is in its death throes. You are in a bind because at the end of the month, you have to pay bills and the rent. And since you don't know how to do anything with your 10 fingers, ouch! Don't panic. I think I found a tip to make you some money. All you need is your forehead. Don't you have one? Caroline Smith, a woman living in Utah and in precariousness, used hers to earn money. She had the logo of an online casino tattooed on her forehead for $10,000. The woman had offered her forehead on the auction site eBay.com, and the site goldenpalace.com took advantage of the opportunity to add $5,000 to the amount offered to hire the mother in distress. If it was successful, it's because this is a great way to get people's attention, and it's done en masse. You can make a lot of money, but the only problem is that you won't be able to use your forehead anymore, and you'll have to convince your next employer that you did it to save yourself from misery. It's a tempting offer, isn't it? I can see you measuring the space between your hairline and your eyebrows to see how much your advertising platform is worth. You are increasingly taking midnight baths to relax, but your conscience tells you that you should think of a way to reuse or take advantage of this wastewater so as not to waste it. So do what this French influencer did. Recently, Ruby Nicara announced on her network that she was putting her used bathwater on sale. The 21-year-old rapper launched a juicy and very surprising business in order to make money. And the funny thing is that it worked. She managed to sell bottles of bathwater at a whopping price of 1,500 euros each. Seeing that the mayonnaise took, the young woman then put on sale her panties, used too, otherwise it's not very funny, underlining to the public that she is a clean woman. She also specifies that she buys them new, no joke, and that she wears them 4 hours before putting them on sale at the price of 100 euros the piece. The craziest thing is that they go like hotcakes, and that's why she had to employ people to take care of the orders, because she can't be at the oven and the mill. Well, I'm not sure if it will work for you, since you're not a sexy little doll, but give it a try anyway. You can then take your baths with a clear conscience, telling yourself that this water will find takers. You've just moved to India and you still can't find a job. An original, exciting job that keeps you excited and on the edge of your seat. I think I have found what you need. Ear cleaner. No, you're not dreaming. It's a serious job, at least in India. After the professional sleeper, a man with nothing to do, this is a job that has been passed down from father to son for centuries. You will be the ideal man for the workers who get up late in the morning and who have no time to wash their ears. You will come like a hero to clean their ears while they are quietly reading their newspaper in the subway or having their coffee on the go. With your traditional red cap and your bag full of tools, cotton, a long steel needle, oil, and sometimes tweezers, you will crisscross the city in search of little ears all dirty and hairy. You will work every day from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. and earn between 100 and 200 rupees per day. That's not bad, is it? It may not be much for you, but life there is not very expensive. It's just that you'll have to get used to cleaning the dirt of people you don't know, but basically, it's an honorable job. Who would do it if it wasn't you? You'll spend all day walking around while earning money. Ah, you're starting to like the idea. Glad I gave you the heads up. You are a dog lover, and you would have so much dreamed of working in a profession that has a close relationship with them. But you are unfortunately neither a veterinarian nor a groomer, and you have no diploma or training for that anyway. And as you need to work as soon as possible, I advise you to do like Jenna Phillips, this young American living in Texas who always felt like a dog. She says she used to pretend to be a puppy as a child, rolling around, fetching balls, and loved to receive compliments and petting. In the meantime, Jenna grew up to become an optician, but apparently she didn't see her future that way. One day, the young woman opened an OnlyFans account where she started posting videos and acting like a dog. Jenna says she feels like a dog. She loves to roll around, play ball, get scratched, run around, play careful without any ambiguity or sexual nuance. And of course, since there are always some weirdos to answer the call, Jenna has found a large and admiring audience. As time went on, her content began to attract more and more people, and Jenna decided to turn it into a lucrative business. She wasn't going to be a dog for free. Today, the young woman earns 100 times more than being an optician, which means she easily makes a six-figure monthly income. I'll let you guess. Many people who watch these videos are willing to pay thousands of dollars to see her shake like a little chihuahua. Without involving anyone or any animal in her videos, Jenna pockets the loot with the greatest of ease. Well, I can see that you're not as happy about this as she is. So think about training to be a veterinary assistant or a groomer. So who has a real dog's life? You or Jenna? So what do you think about these ways to make money? Could you do any of these activities? If so, tell us in the comments which one you could do without any problems. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell to receive all the notifications and not miss any of our upcoming content.